Welcome back to my channel. Old Quarter Dollar USA. United States change your life. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of US quarter dollar, 25-cent coins. One of the most collected and surprising coins in American history. We are going to explore the iconic design, hidden treasures, rare variations, and shocking values that many people don't even know exist. Some of these coins may look ordinary, even dirty or common, but in reality, they could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend your old change, stop and watch carefully, because you might be holding a hidden fortune in your hands. Top 1. The United States quarter dollar 1987 with a D mint mark is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, one of the most recognized and widely collected coin series in American numismatic history. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D mint mark found on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of the tied ribbon in George Washington's hair. The Washington quarter design itself was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the anniversary of George Washington's birth, and by 1987 it had already become a staple of everyday commerce in the United States. The obverse of the 1987 D quarter features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan, whose initials appear at the base of the bust. Above Washington's head is the word, Liberty, while the national motto, In God We Trust, is inscribed to the left. And the date, 1987, appears at the bottom. On the reverse side, the coin displays a powerful heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing the nation's readiness for both war and peace. This reverse design, also created by John Flanagan, includes the inscriptions, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, along with the denomination, quarter dollar. The 1987 D quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad material, which had been standard for U.S. quarters since 1965, when rising silver prices led to the removal of silver from circulating coinage. The coin has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters and a weight of approximately 5.67 grams, with a reeded edge. Unlike earlier silver quarters, this clad composition consists of an inner core of pure copper bonded between outer layers of a copper-nickel alloy, giving it durability for circulation but little intrinsic metal value. In terms of mintage, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters in 1987, making it a very common coin in circulated condition. However, what makes the 1987 and 1987 D quarters somewhat special is that the United States Mint did not release uncirculated mint sets for that year, which means collectors often had to obtain high-quality examples directly from circulation. This has made pristine, uncirculated examples, especially those with strong luster and minimal wear, more desirable among collectors compared to other years. From a collector's perspective, the value of a 1987 D Washington quarter depends heavily on its condition. In heavily circulated condition, the coin typically holds only its face value of 25 cents. However, in higher grades such as mint state or above, the coin can command a premium, sometimes reaching several dollars or more depending on its quality and eye appeal. Coins that exhibit full original mint luster, sharp strike details, and no visible contact marks are especially sought after. Additionally, coins with errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks, can be significantly more valuable and are considered rare finds. Collectors also pay attention to toning, which can add aesthetic appeal and uniqueness to individual specimens. Historically, the 1987 D quarter reflects a period in U.S. coinage when designs remained stable and consistent, prior to the introduction of major commemorative series like the 50 State Quarters program in 1999. During the late quarters like the 1987 D were primarily functional currency, used daily in vending machines, parking meters, and general transactions. Despite their common usage, these coins now hold nostalgic and collectible value, especially for those building complete Washington quarter collections. Today, the 1987 D. Washington quarter stands as a reminder of America's enduring coinage traditions, combining artistry, history, and everyday practicality into a single small but meaningful piece of metal that continues to circulate and be appreciated by collectors around the world. Next, top 2. The United States quarter dollar 1986 with a P mint mark is a classic example of the Washington quarter series, a coin that represents both American history and everyday commerce. This particular coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which began using the P mint mark on quarters starting in 1980, making the 1986 issue part of the modern era of clearly identified mint origins. The obverse of the coin features the iconic left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by renowned sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the inscription, Liberty, while the phrase, In God We Trust, appears to the left of the portrait, and the year, 1986, is struck at the bottom. The P mint mark can be found to the right of Washington's ponytail ribbon, a small but important detail for collectors. The reverse side of the coin displays a strong and symbolic heraldic eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, representing the nation's balance between military strength and peaceful intentions. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions, United States of America, at the top, E pluribus unum, above the eagle's head, and the denomination, quarter dollar, at the bottom. The 1986 P quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad material, a standard composition used in U.S. quarters since 1965, when silver was removed due to rising costs. This clad structure consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of a copper-nickel alloy, giving the coin durability for circulation and a distinctive silvery appearance. The coin has a diameter of approximately 24.3 millimeters, a weight of about 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge, all standard specifications for modern quarters. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of these coins in 1986, hundreds of millions, making them common in circulated condition. Because of this high production, most 1986 P quarters found in pocket change today are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, condition plays a crucial role in determining collectible value. Coins that remain in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, can be worth several dollars or more to collectors, particularly if they exhibit strong luster, sharp strike details, and minimal surface marks. From a collector's perspective, the 1986 P Washington quarter is appreciated as part of a complete date and mint set collection. While it is not considered rare, it becomes more desirable in higher grades due to the difficulty of finding perfectly preserved examples that have not been affected by circulation wear or handling. Collectors often search for coins with full head details on Washington's portrait or strong feather definition on the eagle, as these features indicate a well-struck coin. Additionally, error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled dies, can carry a premium and are highly sought after in the numismatic market. The historical context of the 1986 quarter also reflects a time before major design changes were introduced to U.S. coinage. It belongs to the era when the Washington quarter maintained its original reverse design, which remained in use until the introduction of the 50-state quarters program in 1999. During the 1980s, quarters like the 1986 P were widely used in daily transactions, from vending machines to public transportation, making them an essential part of everyday life in the United States. Overall, the 1986 P United States quarter dollar is a meaningful piece of modern American coinage that combines historical symbolism, artistic design, and practical use. While it may not be rare in circulated form, it holds importance for collectors building complete sets and for those interested in the evolution of U.S. currency. Its connection to George Washington, its durable clad composition, and its role in daily commerce all contribute to its lasting significance. Whether found in loose change or preserved in a coin collection, The 1986 P quarter remains a small yet enduring representation of American heritage and numismatic tradition. Next, top 3. The United States quarter dollar 1967 with no mint mark is an important and historically significant coin from the Washington Quarter series, reflecting a unique period in American coinage history. This coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, a design created by the skilled sculptor John Flanagan. Washington is shown facing left, with the word, Liberty, inscribed above his head. The national motto, In God We Trust, positioned to the left, and the date, 1967, appearing at the bottom. Unlike many other quarters, the 1967 issue does not carry a mint mark. Even though it was produced at multiple facilities including the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. The absence of a mint mark was intentional and part of a temporary policy implemented by the U.S. government during the mid-1960s to discourage coin hoarding. At that time, rising silver prices and public speculation led to widespread shortages of coins in circulation. And officials believed that removing mint marks would make coins less attractive to collectors, thereby keeping them in everyday use. The reverse side of the 1967 quarter features the classic heraldic eagle design, also created by John Flanagan. The eagle is depicted with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing the United States' readiness to defend itself while also striving for peace. Above the eagle appears the inscription, E pluribus unum, while United States of America is written along the top edge and quarter dollar is displayed at the bottom. The design is bold, balanced, and deeply symbolic, representing the strength and unity of the nation. One of the most significant aspects of the 1967 quarter is its composition. Prior to 1965, U.S. quarters were made of 90% silver, but due to rising bullion costs, the Coinage Act of 1965 eliminated silver from circulating quarters and replaced it with a copper nickel-clad composition. As a result, the 1967 quarter consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between outer layers of copper nickel alloy, giving it a similar appearance to earlier silver coins but without intrinsic precious metal value. The coin has a standard diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a weight of approximately 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge. In terms of mintage, the 1967 quarter was produced in extremely large numbers, over 1 billion coins, making it one of the most common Washington quarters in existence. Because mint marks were removed during this period, it is impossible to distinguish which mint produced a specific coin, adding to its unique place in numismatic history. Despite its high mintage, the 1967 quarter is still widely collected, especially in higher grades. In circulated condition, the coin is typically worth its face value of 25 cents. But uncirculated examples with strong luster and minimal wear can be worth several dollars or more. Coins that achieve high mint state grades, such as MS-65 or above, are particularly desirable among collectors. Additionally, special mint set, SMS, coins from 1967 were produced with a higher quality finish than regular circulation coins, and these can carry a premium, especially if they exhibit a cameo or deep cameo appearance. From a historical perspective, the 1967 Washington quarter represents a transitional era in U.S. coinage when the country was adapting to economic pressures and changing its approach to coin production. The removal of silver and the temporary elimination of mint marks were significant changes that marked the end of one era and the beginning of another. These coins circulated heavily during the late 1960s, a time of social, political, and economic transformation in the United States. Today, the 1967 quarter serves as both a collectible item and a historical artifact, reminding us of a period when even small everyday objects like coins were influenced by larger economic forces. For collectors, it offers an accessible yet meaningful addition to a Washington quarter set, while for historians, it provides insight into the practical decisions made by the U.S. Mint during a time of national change. Even though it may appear ordinary at first glance, the 1967 no mint mark quarter carries a rich story of adaptation, policy, and enduring American symbolism.